All right. Dobro pojalovat to a new language challenge. This time we're doing a 7-day Russian language learning challenge. You might remember I touched on this in the episode 0 of this challenge that we had covered two languages this far for both of the previous challenges. We did a Farsi learning challenge and another Ukrainian learning challenge earlier in 2020. Now, the Ukrainian challenge did not go as planned. I did not complete the 30 days that I had planned, but the 7-day Farsi challenge was a success, and that's why I want to keep this challenge to a 7-day period as well. And basically, I'm just trying to hit the fundamentals of the Russian language. I don't want to go too much in depth in this 7 days, because, what can I realistically do in that time period, right? With only spending an hour or two per day studying. So, like the Ukrainian challenge, like the Farsi challenge, I'm just going to be covering introductions, verbs, basic conjugations, nouns, adjectives, etc. And then just some colloquial general expressions that I'm able to memorize in that 7-day period. We're going to do a kind of before and after comparison once I'm able to speak a little bit and see what I can do after that time period. Okay, and then so a little bit of context about why I'm learning the Russian language. I do have a trip to Ukraine coming up this summer, and so I'm trying my best to work on both my Ukrainian and my Russian ahead of that big trip. I'll be spending about 2 months in the country, and I don't want to be there without having like a good grasp of that like Slavic sound. I spent a ton of time working on Romance languages, Spanish, French, obviously English, and so I want to kind of get accustomed to speaking and listening and understanding that language style. And so that's kind of the background. Without further ado, I do want to jump into some basics here. And so today all I'm covering is the alphabet, okay? One thing I have noticed so far, I've looked at the alphabet a couple days in a row now. I did record this yesterday as well, but I had an issue when I was trying to upload it, so I actually had to re-record it. One thing I've noticed is that with the Ukrainian language, for example, there's actually more of a softness to the letter R. That gives the language more of a purring sound, more of a rolling, smooth sound that doesn't have that bass for Russian. I'm not seeing that same style when I'm listening to it. It doesn't sound quite as smooth. It sounds a little bit harsher. Doesn't sound quite as smooth. And so, so let's hear how these other letters are going to sound. So we're going to go through them here. Okay, we're going to practice them just once, and then we're going to move on here. So, A, okay. B, okay. V, G, D, Y, Yo, Z, Z, I, I краткое, К, L, M, N, O, P, R, S, T, U, F, H, C, Ч, Ш, Щ, твердый знак, И, мягкий знак, Ю, Я. Okay, so those are the letters of the Russian alphabet. They are very similar to the Ukrainian letters. There's a slight difference in pronunciation. I don't think that the Ukrainian sounds are quite as strong. Originally I did, but they do seem to have more of a relaxing sound to them, whereas Russian's a little bit more like bay, like you're like ringing or something, almost resonating. And so that's it. That's pretty much all I wanted to cover for today's first episode. I am going to try to memorize those letters moving forward and have that alphabet down as I do with that Ukrainian alphabet for the most part. And so, yeah, I hope that you're going to join me on this language challenge. I challenge you to give this language a go, give other languages a go, give it a week, and see what you can do. You don't have to do too much. It doesn't have to be crazy progress, but just have to start somewhere. All right, so stay tuned. Keep watching. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.